The Lazy Brahmin. Once upon a time in a tranquil village there lived a Brahmin alongside his wife and their two children. The Brahmin adhered to a rather distinct way of life. Each morning he would awaken, proceed to the well for a refreshing bath, return home to consume his food, and then promptly retreat back to sleep. Despite his comfortable existence possessing a vast farm where he cultivated various kinds of fruits and vegetables, the Brahmin harbored a significant flaw. He was an exceedingly lazy man. This habit caused his family constant worry as he remained inactive, sleeping throughout the entire day. One day his wife, clearly exasperated, tried to rouse him, questioning, "Are you going to sleep again? Come on, wake up. Don't you have to go to the farm today? All our crops will be wasted." Yet all her earnest efforts to awaken him proved utterly useless. The Brahmin merely opened one eye, offered a faint smile, and then succumbed to sleep once more, resigning herself to the futility of the situation. His wife declared, "There is no use in trying to wake him up. I will go to the farm myself and see whether everything is fine." Shortly thereafter, the children began to create a noisy commotion within the house, which incidentally roused the Brahmin, and he then began to play with them. Meanwhile, as the Brahmin's wife was making her way back from the farm, she encountered a venerable sage. Seizing the opportunity, she cordially invited the sage to their home for a meal, expressing, "O sage, I have not had the honor to meet you in a long time. You must come home with me. Please give me the opportunity to serve you." The sage, touched by her generosity, responded, "You are very generous, my child. May God keep his blessings on you. Let's go." As the Brahmin's wife walked homeward with the sage, she observed her husband awake, exclaiming with relief, "Thank God he's awake. Look who has come to our house." Immediately upon seeing the sage, the Brahmin promptly went outside to extend a warm welcome. The husband and wife then devoted themselves to serving the sage with utmost care, offering him food to eat. After the meal had concluded, the Brahmin humbly sat down and began to massage the sage's feet. The sage was exceedingly pleased with their dedicated service and their compassionate spirit. He then turned to the Brahmin and asked him to make a wish, saying, "Tell me, child, what do you want? I will grant any wish you have." Without hesitation, the Brahmin revealed his singular desire. "Sage, I only have one wish, that I never have to do any work ever again. I wish for someone who would magically do all my work." The sage, considering his request, agreed, stating, "All right, I will grant your wish, but remember, you will have to keep him busy all the time. He must never sit idle." The Brahmin readily agreed, affirming, "As you say, sage, I will remember this." Following this agreement, the sage bestowed his blessings upon the Brahmin and then departed. No sooner had the sage left than a colossal monster materialized before the Brahmin. The monster immediately, "Why?" declared, "Your wish is my command. Tell me, what can I do for you?" The Brahmin, seizing the moment, instructed the monster, "All right, do one thing, go and water my farm." The monster vanished instantly, and the Brahmin felt a wave of profound relief, knowing he no longer had to exert himself with work. After a brief period, the monster reappeared, stating, "Master, the work you asked me to do is done. What else do I do?" The Brahmin, astonished, exclaimed, "What? You watered the entire farm in such a short time? What other work do I give you now?" The monster, however, pressed him, "You have to give me work, master, or else I will eat you." A sudden surge of fear gripped the Brahmin. He quickly assigned another task to the monster, instructing, "Go fast and plow the entire field." The monster responded with obedience, "Yes, master, I will do the work and come back soon." As the monster departed, the Brahmin began to calm down, reasoning to himself that it would take a considerable amount of time to plow an entire field. Giving high cried, "What work do I keep giving you? Come now, come here and play with my head." As soon as the Brahmin uttered these words, the monster began to playfully hit the Brahmin's head. "Oh, is he gone mad? Somebody stop him. He will break my head otherwise." The Brahmin shrieked in pain and panic. He frantically questioned himself, "What do I do now? What work do I give him? How do I get rid of him? Observing her husband's predicament, the Brahmin's wife interjected, "If you want to get rid of him, I can help you, but you will have to promise me something first." The Brahmin, his head throbbing, quickly agreed, "Yes, tell me fast. My head will explode now." His wife then stipulated, "From now on you will do all your work by yourself." The Brahmin immediately conceded, "Oh, okay. I agree. Now please help in getting rid of him." His wife then offered the ingenious solution, "Listen, do one thing, stop playing with his head, our dog Madi. His tail is crooked, tell him to straighten it." The Brahmin, without delay, instructed the monster, "Listen, stop playing with my head, go and straighten Madi's crooked tail." The monster, ever obedient, responded, "Your wish is my command. I will do it right away." Amused by her husband's chaotic situation, the wife started laughing. She gently reminded him, "I always warned you. I knew one day you will have to pay for being so lazy. But now you see." The Brahmin, humbled, conceded, "All right, I got what I deserved, but he will straighten Madi's tail and be back soon. What can I do then?" His wife then revealed the brilliance of her plan. "What are you talking about? Is anyone ever able to straighten a dog's tail? Believe me, he will spend all his time trying to do it, but the work will never get done." A wave of profound relief washed over the Brahmin. "You saved me today," he exclaimed, then making a solemn vow, "From now on I will do all my work by myself. I will never rely on anybody." The children, observing the scene, asked, "What happened? Why are you all laughing, kids?" The wife, seizing the opportunity for a lesson, replied, "Oh, nothing, we were all laughing at the lazy Brahmin." "Yes, so now you know what is the result of not doing your work by yourself. Now tell me, do you all agree to complete your homework by yourselves, or you will also wish for someone else to magically complete it for you?" The children, having witnessed the chaos, collectively responded, "Never." Analysis: this narrative delves deeply into the themes of personal responsibility, the pitfalls of excessive idleness, and the true nature of wishes at its core. The story presents the Brahmin, a man blessed with material comfort, including a large farm yielding various fruits and vegetables, yet cursed by high own profound laziness. His daily routine, consisting of bathing, eating, and immediately returning to sleep, underscores his utter disengagement from productive labor. This indolence is not merely a habit but a source of constant worry for his family, particularly his wife, who recognizes the inherent waste of their resources and the potential for their crops to be lost due to neglect. The initial scenes vividly portray the Brahmin's resistance to work as he simply smiles and drifts back to sleep when his wife attempts to rouse him for the farm. This early depiction establishes his character as someone who actively avoids effort, setting the stage for the dramatic consequences that follow. The turning point in the story is the Brahmin's encounter with the sage, facilitated by his diligent and concerned wife. The wife's actions, her invitation to the sage for a meal, her humble expression of a long-standing desire to serve him, and her generous hospitality highlight her virtuous nature and contrast. Shah why with her husband's inaction, it is her goodness that brings the sage's blessing into their home, a blessing that the Brahmin then attempts to exploit for his own desire to never work again. His wish for a magical helper to perform all his tasks is the ultimate expression of his aversion to labor. The sage, in his wisdom, grants the wish but attaches a crucial condition: the magical entity must be kept constantly busy, never allowed to sit idle. This condition is the story's central mechanism, transforming what seems like an ideal solution into an escalating nightmare for the Brahmin, emphasizing that true freedom from work is not as simple or desirable as it appears. The appearance of the monster immediately after the sage's departure symbolizes the tangible, relentless consequence of the Brahmin's wish for absolute idleness. The monster is a force that demands constant engagement, a mirror reflecting the unmanaged energy that his laziness previously suppressed. The Brahmin's initial relief at having the monster water his farm quickly turns to fear as the monster completes tasks at an astonishing speed and demands more work under threat of eating him. This rapid turnaround from comfort to terror illustrates that avoiding responsibility does not eliminate the need for effort. Instead, it can transfer that effort onto a relentless, uncontrollable force, making life far more stressful than simply doing the work oneself. The escalating demands of the monster, from watering the farm to plowing the field and finally to the absurd and painful task of playing with the Brahmin's head, underscore the chaotic and self-destructive nature of unchecked idleness. When forced into action, the monster becomes a physical manifestation of the mental and emotional burden that comes from shirking one's duties, turning a desired convenience into a direct threat to one's well-being. The wife emerges as the true hero of the story, possessing both practical wisdom and a keen understanding of human nature. She had always warned her husband about his laziness, and her intervention comes at a critical moment when the Brahmin is at his most desperate, fearing for his very life. Her offer of help is conditional on his promise to undertake all his work himself. From that point forward, a promise born out of immediate pain and fear, but leading to a profound transformation. Her solution: to give the monster the impossible task of straightening their dog Madi's crooked tail is a stroke of genius. This task is brilliant because it is perpetually incomplete, an endless endeavor that will keep the monster occupied indefinitely without causing harm. This clever resolution highlights the idea that some problems cannot be directly solved, but can be managed or contained through insightful, unconventional thinking. The wife's laughter at her husband's predicament, followed by her gentle yet firm reminder of her past warnings, serves as a natural consequence of his past choices. Ultimately, the story champions the virtue of self-reliance and the inherent value of labor. The Brahmin's journey from a state of complete laziness to a solemn vow of personal responsibility is the central moral arc. He learns that avoiding work does not lead to peace, but rather to a more intense and dangerous form of servitude, in his case to a demanding monster. His final declaration: from now on I will do all my work by myself, I will never rely on anybody, signifies a profound character transformation, realizing that true independence and security come from one's own efforts. The story concludes with a direct moral lesson for the children, reinforcing the idea that taking responsibility for one's own tasks like homework is crucial to avoid undesirable consequences. The tale thus serves as a timeless reminder that while comfort is appealing, neglecting one's duties can lead to far greater troubles, and that genuine contentment often stems from diligent, self-directed effort.